Hey, I have a video regarding marketing for electrical business owners. Is your marketing enabling profitability? Financial statements reveal the ROI and small process changes for big yields. So, quick welcome. I'm Johnny Barrett with Barrett Consulting. We serve electrical contractors with accounting services to help them propel their businesses forward. So I have a quote of the week that I wanted to share with you. I've been reading a great book by MJ DeMarco, and this is one of the things he said. Pursuing the dream is the dream itself. Us as entrepreneurs are pursuing dreams, right? And so I loved this quote. It's talking about kind of the journey. Pursuing the dream is the dream itself. And so I came up with this picture to share with you guys that I thought kind of goes could go along with the quote. Hope you like it. All right, so let's get into it. So is effective marketing the answer to strong profit margins and expansion? This whole question came up in my mind because I had two client meetings this week where part of the meeting or preparation for the meeting, I was reviewing the marketing and ad spend for their businesses and comparing that to their revenue generated and calculating out the percentages of, what percent of their revenue they were spending on ads and marketing. Um, so I have some notes here. For one of the clients, um, let's see. So I was reviewing statements for one of the clients and just preparing to meet with the business owner. They had started their business a little over a year ago. They're growing and doing well, and they usually have jobs scheduled out 3 weeks in advance and incoming leads that are greater than their capacity to service right now, actually. So basically, they're poised to grow and expand their business right now. And so I started thinking about that and had a few observations that I wanted to share with you about it. So, first off, I noticed that they've invested in marketing since the beginning and that they've, going back about a year and that they continue to invest. And when I did the calculation, they're spending about 6% of revenue on marketing and advertising. So, for example, uh, let's just pretend they made $200,000 over the last 12 months. That would be compute out to about $12,000 spent on advertising. Um, I also noticed that they have a really good way of capturing the leads. They have great tools and processes in place. So where if they're unable to answer a phone call, automatically the prospect would get a text back saying, "Hey, I'm with a client right now. I'll call you right back," kinds of things like that. They're using a modern CRM, um, an online solution and mobile solution to where they can put the client information in, generate quotes, and that same CRM helps them schedule the work um, and automates the customer appointment reminders and confirmations, and those things can take payments through the app. I know these are very common out there. There's several different options, but they have this, and they have really good processes to use it right now in their business. So that's another observation that I had is not only are they investing in the marketing, but they're also have invested in the tools to turn those leads into sales and for the clients to have good experience all the way through the sales cycle. Um, so in looking through this, I was just thinking, okay, they're at a point where they're getting plenty of leads. They're at a point where they're getting enough leads that, and closing enough business that they can expand their business. And so, what has kind of taken them to this point? One is that they've been willing to put money into it before. So what we put into things, we get out of them, and so they've you know went ahead and put money into it, and now they're getting return from their investment. Um, let's see. Another thing I noticed is that they're not just using exclusively one type of lead generation method. They kind of have a couple different avenues that they are using for advertising to be able to get the leads coming in. So they have a little bit of diversification going. Um, and so I thought about their pricing and the way that they do pricing and how their business is pretty profitable. I look at a lot of different financials for different clients, and this business has pretty high profit margins. And I was thinking about why, and I think one of the reasons why is because if you have almost like an excess of leads coming in, you're busy, you're in demand, then you're able to charge, a premium or at least charge, market rate or a little bit above if you're busy, right? If you're booked out 3 weeks in advance, um, say, hey, if you want to get on the schedule, we can get you on this time and this will be the price. It communicates value to the customers. They know that, hey, you got a lot of stuff going on, you are in demand, and so you're worth it. Um, So those were just a few observations that I had. I thought you might be interested in seeing the ratio for this particular client of that they're spending about 6% of their revenue on ad spend and marketing. So I have a couple questions to pose to you. If you had higher demand for your services, would you be able to price jobs higher? And if so, what impact would this have for you? So, and I also have a challenge for you. So, the challenge is to evaluate your marketing and advertising spend over the past 12 months. And if you're like me, you kind of have something in mind of how much you think you're spending on it, but when you look at the paper, it's a little bit different. This happened to me a while back for my business. Um, I had gone a little bit of time without reviewing my financial statements, and I kind of had an idea of how the business was going, but when I looked at it, it wasn't what I had thought. There were a few things like subscriptions and different things that had piled up that I wasn't utilizing very well and stuff like that. And from that day forward, I've made a commitment and I've been looking at my financial statements every month consistently. And so if- so really take the time, go in there, look at your accounting, your bookkeeping and see, hey, how much am I actually spent? How much have I spent over the last 12 months on marketing? And then take that and divide it by the total amount of revenue over that same period of time to come up with what the percentage of revenue that you're investing into your marketing. And there's not a right or wrong here, but the question is, um, you know, if you made any changes, this next part here, determine if you'd like to make any changes in order to achieve your earning and profitability goals. So, if you have a target number that you'd like to take home, and it's more than what you currently are, or a profitability marker, really evaluate, if what's going on with your marketing, if you increase the amount of leads, increase the demand for your services, would you be able to price things differently? Would you be able to get more jobs? Would you be able to keep the same amount of jobs, but just charge, more of a premium for that work? So just take a minute, go through this process, um, and see if that's helpful to you. I just wanted to say a big thank you. This is a quick video, but I just wanted to share that as I was thinking about marketing for my clients and also for my business. And please reach out if you would like us to do some review of your marketing ROI. We'd be more than happy to do that. I offer a complimentary profit and cash flow analysis that's super valuable where we can get on a Zoom meeting and go through some things together. Um, and that first meeting is completely free of charge. I'd love to connect with you and see how things are going with your business. So I hope you're having a great day and talk to you later.